C6s. Is that a C6 Corvette, my man? I made a realistic.
I made realistic matchups for UK or US versus
Nick,
UK card.
you going Gallo 12 or Gallo 24?
For me, it's all about family. Someone asked if you knew you got trolled. It's so funny.
Yeah, from Fast and Furious.
I didn't even know. I'm into
Jim
imports too.
definitely didn't know.
I was
but
like,
it was
whatever.
it said Gallo 12 or Gallo 24. For those of you who don't know, it's from Fast and Furious when he's in the fast food restaurant, and Gallo was the name of the burger joint.
Pizza
And you can see I go Gallo 12, Gallo 24. What the fuck? I said I guess 24, and then I go on a rant about 5.0s and Fords.
Oh, I didn't see the rest of it.
Yeah, I go on a rant about because I'm like I'm not familiar with that.
Of course, there's going to be cars you don't know. And like, you know, it's fun. I don't even do as many podcasts as you guys just because I'm doing my shit right now. But like, if you talk enough, like sometimes you're going to get tripped up. It just fucking
Get
happens.
tripped up, but then also I'm answering so many fan questions because when I got to do, I think that was on a Patreon Fighting the Kid, right? Mm-hmm. So when you're knocking that out, I'm knocking this out. I get questions before other shows. I'm not making excuses. I'm sometimes like Gallo 12, 20, I guess 24, but then I talk about what I know.
You are Vin Diesel's character in that.
Yeah.
You're a guy who likes cars and just is all about family.
Yeah.
and you're jacked.
I think this off topic from UFC stuff, doesn't it feel like now that, I don't know if physiques have just gotten so inflated, but I look back and Vin Diesel wasn't that Diesel.
No, not
Right?
no.
He's just like a kind of built guy you'd see in the gym, but you wouldn't even like make a second look at this
No.
point. Like there's like 16-year-olds more jacked than
100%.
Vin
Yeah, things are, again, we're just in a different time, man.
Yeah. Because we were talking about on Fire and the Kid today, like everyone used to think that Brad Pitt's physique was like, they're like, he has to be on Winstrol.
155, 160.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He was like 12% body fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why when people are like, oh, you're jacked, I'm like, the definition of
You're early
jacked,
2000s, Jack.
yeah, maybe 90s jacked.
You're big though.
I'm big, but jacked is like the boys, like the Trend twins.
Trend
Like,
twins, yeah.
Jack's like the level of, like, he's a normal dude there.
Yeah, to me that was his best for me, like best physique. But he was not that. Yeah, he's not humongous. He's just like a good physique.
It's just
No, if you in the dictionary under jacked, it's not gonna be Vin Diesel.
no. Even in Riddick,
Yeah, he's not like ripped and crazy. Like The Rock is jacked.
The Rock's jacked. Yeah. You know, there's another one that was in movies that I used to think was jacked, but isn't. Did you remember Tobey Maguire in the first Spider-Man?
Yeah.
When he became like he woke up the next morning jacked, and everyone's like, "Wow, how did he get so big?" But look at the actual picture.
Just really got in shape.
Yeah.
Wonder if that'll actually pop up. Yeah. I guess it's just for him.
But look at.
Because he's like nerdy, but he got like lean.
He got lean.
Yeah, he's
but I
just
remember
in shape.
Back then, I'm like, whoa, what happened?
Now, again, the bar, he just goes, doosh, 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 doosh.
Yeah, I was about to try and get bit by spiders. I'm like, I need that transformation.
Yeah, it is kind of trippy when you look back at it.
Yeah, my son got bit by a spider when we first moved to Texas. I was like, dude, he was crying. I'm like, oh my God. He's like, well, I'm like, you remember Spider-Man? He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, do you feel fast? He's all, a little bit. I'm like, see if you can hit the web for me. He's all, he's like, I can feel it in there. I'm like, dude, you think you can climb walls? He's like, maybe. I'm like, we'll find out.
Dude, with the way, I don't like spiders already, but the way that Texas spiders look, I would also cry if I got bit. They're so big.
They're everywhere too. They're all over my place too.
Well, that's
go up, Chin, so I can see
scary.
it. Vince-C6. All right. I made a realistic matchup for US UK card. Who do you think wins these matchups and how? US versus UK. Royval versus.
Brendan Schaub addresses the Gallo 12 and Gallo 24 question he answered, and of course, he lied. We knew he was going to lie. But first and foremost, did he say they were in a burger restaurant? You know, you rewatched my clip 5,000 times, stupid. But he just tried to say, like, oh, man, I was just going with it, you know. And he even said right there, as I was saying, I was like, 12, 24, I don't know, man. Like, no, dummy. You answered it right off rip. You said 24. and then you expounded on it, and you're still saying it wrong. It's not Gallo, you tard. It's Gallo. Oh my God. And how disgusting is it that he has to have fake Landau and Chin there? Like, oh, you're really smart and good, and he wasn't really Diesel, and you're a family man. And did you see how they? How pathetic and sad is this? But like I said, that is the mental illness of Brendan Schaub. I'll say it again because it describes him so perfectly. If you saw Brendan Schaub walking down the street, you pulled up to him, you rolled down your window, you asked for directions, he had no idea where you were asking to go, he would still give you directions. He's mentally ill, and he's an egomaniac, a narcissist, and he's dumb. Extremely dumb, but of course he lied. We all knew he was going to lie. He's not capable of not lying. And the saddest thing is all the losers around him who have to lie for him. But even that little thing, right? And then he tried explaining the scene and he got that wrong. And he's like, Chin didn't know either. Why would Chin know? Chin isn't the one claiming to be a gearhead. A car guy who's into cars and does all this stuff. You're a grifter, you're a fraud. And he really tried saying, oh, I didn't know, man. And you could tell I didn't know. As I said, I was like, no, you didn't. You answered 24 right off rip, and then you said, why the Gallo? Like it was a real thing, you dumbass. This is mental illness. Him, his wife, everyone around him. It's this, and he's going broke too. That's the saddest thing. These losers are kissing up to a dude who's losing everything, and you can't point it out to him. You can't go, hey, stupid, you were wrong. And why are you selling your house and going broke? Oh, we're moving studios right next door, right? The same storage unit. What is going to be different from this storage unit to the next storage unit? Except I'm sure the next one is going to cost a lot less. I mean, we knew he was going to lie, people, but like, one would think he would just own it, especially since we all said he's going to lie. But he just had to lie again anyway, because that's the mental illness. Everything he says is a lie. Everything. You can't believe a single solitary thing. And the people around him who lie for him is the saddest thing. You know, his former co-host was talking about getting blackballed. And I saw a lot of people in the comments saying, Schaub can't blackball anybody. I don't know. You got to remember, at the time, he was still maybe close with Rogan. And whether Schaub actually had the ability to is neither here or there. We know he throws around Rogan's. He threatened to blackball Bobby Lee. It's just, you can't blackball Bobby Lee with Joe Rogan, but you don't think he couldn't go to a comedy club owner? Remember, this was still back in LA and go, hey, you know Rogan? You better not let that guy on or I'll tell Rogan. I don't know, but of course he lied. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.